Some fight for glory, some for gold, but a few fight for something far greater. Today, we remember the man who bled for the soil beneath his feet and the people who worked it. His name was Emiliano Zapata. Welcome to Bulletproof Tales. Born August the 8th, 1879, in the village of Anenequilco, Morelos, Zapata grew up surrounded by injustice. The wealthy elite owned nearly all the land, sprawling haciendas swallowing up farms that had fed generations. The people who worked the soil no longer owned it. Even as a boy, Zapata had no patience for thieves in fine clothing. By 17, he was already defending villagers' land in court, not with bullets, but with words and sheer defiance. In 1910, Francisco Madero called for the overthrow of dictator Porfirio Diaz. Zapata joined the revolution, but he didn't care for presidential promises. His war had one goal: land reform. Land taken from the rich, given back to the poor. His rallying cry became three words that would echo through history: Tierra y Libertad. Land and liberty. When Madero took power in 1911, Zapata waited and waited, but the land never came back. Promises turned to dust. So Zapata drew his own line in the sand. The Plan of Ayala. A bold declaration that any government refusing to return land to the people would be treated as an enemy. It named Madero a traitor to the revolution. Zapata was no politician. He was a soldier, and soldiers don't beg. His followers, the Zapatistas, waged a relentless guerrilla war in the south. They seized haciendas, burned records of stolen land, and handed fields back to those who had plowed them for generations. But Zapata would not be seduced by power. While other revolutionaries took offices and titles, he stayed in the field, riding with his men, a rifle always close at hand. 1919. President Venustiano Carranza sent word, a promise of peace talks. Zapata agreed to meet, but peace was a lie. On April 10th, at the Hacienda de San Juan in Chinameca, Zapata rode in. Soldiers waited, hidden in the shadows. Shh. A whistle blew. Gunfire tore through the air. Emiliano Zapata fell that day, betrayed but unbroken. Even now, over a century later, his cry of Tierra y Libertad fuels movements across the world, for the dispossessed, for the voiceless, for anyone who dares to stand against the powerful and say, enough. Emiliano Zapata, the man who would rather die on his feet than live on his knees. 100 years later, history still echoes his name, showing us once again, ideas are bulletproof.